Welcome, everyone. The time is 6:30 p.m. This is Tuesday, October 15th, and the regular session of the Louisville Planning and Zoning Commission is called to order. We do have a quorum present. Second item is approval of the minutes of the October 1st, 2019 meeting. Are there any additions or corrections? If not, may I have a motion to approve as presented?
Move to approve.
Move to approve by Mary Ellen.
Second.
Seconded by Karen. Those in favor signify aye.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimous. Item number 3 is consent agenda for plats. There is one, and it's 3A, which is a final plat of Majestic Edition, Lot 2, Block A. It's on a 6.822 acres. It's out of the Peter Harmonson Survey. It's abstract number 604. It's Zone Light Industrial District, L1. It's located on the northwest corner of State Highway 121 and South Valley Parkway. Jonathan?
Good evening, Commissioners. Staff has reviewed this plat and has met all requirements found in Louisville's land development regulations. Staff recommends approval.
Commissioners, are there questions? Anything? Okay, may I have a vote on item 3A, the Majestic Edition?
Move to approve.
Move to approve by William,
Second.
seconded by John. Those in favor signify aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries unanimous. Okay, item 4, public hearing, zoning, and special use permit. Consideration of a zone change from planned development mixed use district PD-MU to planned development mixed use district PD-MU with amended concept plan, amended concept landscape plan, amended concept hardscape plan, and amended development standards. This is on approximately 10.123 acres. It's legally described as Lot 1, Block A, Villas of Rockbrook Edition, located on the southwest corner of Rockbrook Drive, and East Euchre Lane, requested by UKR Land 1 LLC, the property owner. This is case number PZ 2019-1004. Jonathan?
Commissioners, on May 1st, 2017, City Council approved a planned development project for an age-restricted residential development. This development featured 66-unit condominium community in a gated area. Since this time, the developer has built the private streets, utilities, and the amenity center for this development, but has had trouble selling some of these units. Because of this, the developer would like to amend the planned development standards to provide a single-family detached product on 66 individually platted residential lots and remove the age restriction. The proposed planned development will largely remain the same from what was approved back in 2017. It will still be a gated community. We'll have an HOA that will maintain the roads, open spaces, landscaping, and the screening wall. Now, the transition to single-family lots has triggered many additional development regulations in Louisville. These are mainly regarding drainage, corner clips, and other single-family development regulations. Because of this, there have been some changes to the lot sizes from the original planned development. The original had 10% of the lots, or the residential units have 1,300 square feet, and the rest 1,500 square feet. And this has been increased to 25% to 1,300 square feet. The lot sizes have also been reduced, and the original is just one platted lot. And since now we're platting 66 individual lots for each, the development hasn't been able to reach the standard for the mixed-use single-family lots. They have been reduced to a minimum of 3,400 square feet when that regulation is 4,000 square feet. over 50% will still meet the 4,000 square feet regulation. Now, the architectural standards for the houses being built largely remain unchanged. There'll still be 80% masonry units with a craftsman architectural style. The fencing and screening is already existing at this location. There is a provision that was added to the PD to not allow any of the single-family residential lots backing up to the existing ornamental metal fence to build opaque wood fences against this. They are allowed to build or provide live screening in this case. The original PD did have a 5-foot wide trail that went around the perimeter of the property. This trail has been removed to allow these single-family lots to have backyards. There just wasn't any space for this trail in the single-family lots. So there are 4 variances that are being requested. As I mentioned before, these variances are necessary in order to make this transition from condominium units to single-family units. These variances will be considered by City Council with this plan development. They are to allow the private street maintained by the HOA, to waive the alley and rear entry requirement, to allow AASHTO clear vision area calculations in lieu of our standard corner clip calculations, and to allow the use of an ornamental metal fencing in lieu of the masonry fencing adjacent to the perimeter of public streets. In summary, there's many accommodations that were needed to allow this project to move to single-family development lots, but it will still include many features, including open spaces, amenity center, and enhanced building materials. Are there any questions?
Commissioners? Guess not, Jonathan, thank you. This time we'll open up the public hearing. Anyone that wishes to speak can come forward, sign in, state your name, and I think Mr. Tabor has asked to speak.
He is available for questions if you have any.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Did you say sign in? Or?
Sign in, please, yeah. Oops,
Okay.
I guess you can't do that right now, but
Yes.
go ahead.
Okay, my name's John Wilson. I live at 2316 South Euchre, which is the property directly across the street on Euchre from the development that's in question. We've lived there for 13 years in this home, which is an older home built in the late 50s. You all are probably familiar with this property as well because we've been here before when this property that Chip is developing was first being planned. And so I don't think that I'm here to say that I have an objection to the change. I think that will be very small lots. I don't know if that would be something that we living across the street are going to really object to so much. I don't know that it's going to look that much different than the plan that was already proposed. I think that I know that our property also has interest from Ashton Woods. We've actually have signed an agreement with them for a group of 4 of our properties that we're trying to offer to sell to them, and that is also something they want to develop across the street. So I think development is inevitable in that little nook there in our old town Louisville that we've got, but so we kind of said if we can't beat them, join them, and we're kind of in an agreement right now with Ashton Woods as well. So we do favor our property being approved by Ashton to do what they want to do with it so we can sell and just go on with our life as far as that goes, because of being encroached by all this development it's really changing the whole dynamic of the neighborhood. So I think that is my only comment. The summary of it is we're okay with the changes, but it's a lot of houses in a little piece of property. So
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Wilson.
Yes.
I did have one question for the developer. The price point for the single family versus what was proposed earlier for condominiums.
The square footage and other structures will remain the same. The original builder had a price point, the lowest ones in the 1,500 square foot range were around, $330. The new builder appears to be able to build at a lower cost per square foot, but I'm not privy to, to all their numbers, but I would say it's going to still be in the low 300s as a starting point.
Any questions?
How large is the largest? I know this has been before us before, but I've forgotten. The largest house that will be built back there?
The current model home is is at least 2,100 square feet, I believe, between 21 and 22.
So they're going to be in between those two figures?
Yeah.
Thank you.
In between 1,500 and 2,200?
Well, we were originally allowed 10% less than 1,500.
Okay.
Now it's 25%, so they'll range anywhere. The original range was 13 to 21,
Okay.
and that remains the same.
Okay. Anything else? All right, thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
All right, having no one else come forward, the public hearing is now closed. Commissioners, comments, concerns, final questions? If not, may I have a motion on item 4A, zoning change for the planned development mixed-use district?
Move to approve.
Move to approve by William,
I second.
seconded by Aaron. Those in favor signify aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries unanimous.
Commissioners, this item will be appearing before City Council on November 4th for a second and final public hearing.
Hey, thank you, Jonathan. Item number 5, adjournment. May I have a motion to adjourn?
Move to adjourn.
Move to adjourn by Karen,
Second.
seconded by Mary Ellen. Those in favor signify aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Meeting adjourned.